All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and continue or advance a little bit on the last class that we had. I think you guys don't need anything to move around. If you need anything for your head, if you're tight and put under the head, you can get that, or anything else you may need. Okay. Other than that, we're going to start seated and breathing here. Oops. Okay. Yeah. So if you need to sit on anything, there you go. Legs crossed. Try to rock your pelvis forward and back a little bit. And then we're going to stack the ribs over the pelvis. So bottom ribs right over the hips. Try to relax the hip flexors. If it's tight, then you sit on something higher. Relax the shoulders and stack the head right um, in the middle of the rib cage. And let's breathe. Breathing into the back and side of the ribs. Breathing out, pulling the abdominals in gently to expel the air. Good. Keep trying to send your breath to the back, side, and front. Imagine that umbrella being your rib cage opening up. Breathe out. Start activating the pelvic floor gently, or bring your sit bones and pubic bone to tailbone together to the center. Lift. Sink the abdominals, hug hips, waist, and ribs. Good. Let's add the arms. So breathe in, arms to ceiling. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, up. Breathe out. Good. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed and make sure you're moving from the outer arm and this upper shoulder is really relaxed. Good. Breathe in. Last one and out. And then we're just going to add a very simple twist. We're going to breathe in, arms up, rotate. Breathe out, come back to center. Bring the arms down to your side. Breathe in, up, rotate. Breathe out, back to center, release the arms. Breathe in, up, and we're gonna stay there. Now we're gonna lower the arms to the floor. Breathe in, push, lengthen. Breathe out, rotate a little bit more. Breathe in, arms all the way to the ceiling and all the way to the other side. Breathe out, arms down, lift, rotate a bit more on the breath out. Breathe in, arms to ceiling, rotate all the way to the other side. Breathe out, arm down. Let's do 2 breaths here. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, rotate. One more breath here. Breathe in, press, lengthen, lift the spine. Breathe out, rotate, use your hands. Breathe in, arms to ceiling, all the way to the other side. Arm down. Breathe in, push and lift. Breathe out, pull your arms and rotate. Make sure the shoulders are not rolling. Breathe in to lengthen, breathe out to rotate. Arms all the way to the ceiling on your breath in. Arms all the way down to your side, stay facing forward. Right arm goes up. Lengthen the spine, breathe out, lateral flexion, relax this arm, go. Keep your opposite sit bone down. Breathe in, come up. Left arm goes up on your breath in. Keep your body inside the toaster. Breathe out. Keep anchoring that left sit bone. Keep reaching away. And come back. Good. Stay here. Let's switch the cross of the leg. And let's continue. Right arm up, lift. Shift the rib cage. Keep lifting. Keep anchoring the sit bone. And then we're going to stay here. Breathe into your rib cage, open it up, lengthening. Breathe out, try to reach a little bit more. Keep both waists long. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out. One last breath. Breathe in, reach the sit bone down, arm up, rib away. Breathe out, go to the furthest you can and come back up on your breath in. This arm goes to ceiling, lengthen that spine, breathe out, keep reaching away as you come to the side. 3 breaths to the rib cage, open and lengthen. Breathe out, try to come a little bit more. Sitting down on that left sit bone and reaching arm. Breathe in, look at my rib expand. Lengthen, breathe out. Maybe I can go a little bit more. Keep both waist lengthening. Last breath, maybe we go a little bit more, and then breathe in, come back up and roll the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's start doing a roll down. So I'm going to go through the warm up a bit faster than last time. So we're going to roll down to the mini roll downs that we did last time. Okay, so feet parallel to your sit bones, hands behind the thigh. Maybe pull into the thigh to lengthen you a little bit more. On the breath out, pull the pelvic floor, round that pelvis. Think of pelvis and low back. So the belly button and the pubic bone are pushing that low back. The upper back is staying relaxed. Nice. Breathe in, lengthen back up to seated. Breathe out and pull the pelvic floor. Squeeze the sit bones together. Pull the abdominals and the pubic bone in and up. Keep hollowing the abdominals as you roll the pelvis and the low back. Breathe in, lift. Good. Keep trying to go down a little bit more each time. Bring your sit bones together. Scoop the abdominals. Lift, hollow. Maybe a little further back. Breathe into your back. Breathe out, scoop. Use as little hands as possible. Lift. Breathe out, sit bones together, scoop and lift and go a little bit further. Breathe into your back. Breathe out, scoop the abdominals, staying rounded. Lift coming up, lengthen. Good. Let's do 2 more. Breathe out. So now if you're ready to release the hands, you can just keep the hands reaching forward. If you still need to support yourself, you can. Try to get the sacrum to the ground. Breathe into your back. Breathe out. Scoop, lift, 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 lift. Come back. Last one. Go as far as you can. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out. Scoop that pelvic floor. Round. Try to touch that sacrum or not. Arms can be reaching. And scoop, scoop, scoop and lift, and sit up tall. So the next one, we're going all the way down to the floor and we're staying. Arms here or here, breathe in to lengthen, breathe out, hollow those abdominals, tilt the pelvis. Remember, it's the pelvis tilting that's going to take you down, 1 bone at a time. Bring your arms to the side, bring your feet slightly back, and we're gonna go into bridges. So press the heels into the ground. We're still aligned with the sit bones. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the tailbone, and breathe out. Scoop the abdominals. Still not squeezing the butt. Now I'm going to press into my heels and squeeze my butt. I'm going to try to roll just halfway. So the ribs stay down, the tailbone and the knees reach up. Breathe out again to scoop that abdominal to return that pelvis back into its neutral position. Okay, so we're gonna go just halfway, just to waistline. Let's do 2 more. Breathe out, scoop. Press your heel into the ground, squeeze the glutes. Round that pelvis, reaching the knees and the pelvis. Keep pushing the ribs into the mat like we're doing a crunch. Breathe out, scoot down. Now keep your shoulders wide. Pull the shoulders away from your ears and keep reaching your hands to your feet. Reach the hands and the scapula down. Reach the crown of the head to the ceiling. Try to keep the scapulas pressing down as you roll. Lengthen that pelvis as you go down. Good. Let's do 3 more now, going all the way up if that's suitable for you. Breathe out, scoop. Press into the heels, squeeze the butt. Roll 1 bone at a time. Keep the chest and the ribs really anchored. Lengthen everything away. Keeping the scapulas and the arms pressing. Breathe out. Relax the chest from the top of your ribs here. Okay, right where the esophagus is. We go down 1 bone at a time. The abdominals are pressing through. 2 more. Breathe out. Scoop. Press into the heels. Squeeze the glutes. Try to peel one bone at a time. The higher you go, the more the scapulas are reaching down and into the mat, the more the chest and the ribs and the abdominals are working. Go higher with the glutes. Let's go. Make sure you're pushing with the thigh and the glutes and not the low back. Then make that effort to keep those thighs reaching forward and the abdominals moving that spine one bone at a time down. Good. Last one. Good. Roll up. Nice. Keep going. Good. When you come down, just give me a nice quick stretch. Just want to make sure that you guys, yeah, give me a nice quick number 4 stretch, okay? And then switch sides. If you've done about 3 to 4 breaths on each side, switch and pull. All right, let's bring these feet down and let's go into some crunches. So arms to ceiling, or support the head or next to your hips, okay? Tuck your chin, lengthen the back of the neck. And on the breath out, scoop the abdominals, roll the head, push the back of the ribs to continue lifting head and shoulders. Make sure you're scooping the belly in and not pushing abdominals to ceiling. And then roll down, control. And go. 2. Use your rib cage to lift your head. Don't strain the head. So breathe in, tuck your chin, and keep it tucked and pushing the neck back as you roll. Use the back of the ribs pushing into the mat to lift you. And down. 2 more. And slowly down. Good, and you can get that arm to go a little bit further now. And push. And let the arms reach back if you have the arms. Just make sure your ribs stay nice and controlled. Okay, this will be our last one. Good. Very nice. All right. So now what we're going to do is continue those crunches and go into those teasers that we did last time. So one leg is going to be straight, inner thigh to inner thigh. You definitely can keep the leg as bent as you need to, or to bend it when we come up. Okay, so try to squeeze the inner thighs together. This other leg can go forward a little bit more to give you more support. Starting with the arm up here, we're going to try to come all the way up. So you're going to crunch, come up, reach the hands to your toes, breathe out, zip the inner thighs together, scoop the abdominals and come back down. Arm is going to continue reaching back, but the ribs are going to stay still. Breathe out, press, push through the back of the ribs, come up. Keep the pelvis rounded, but lengthen the upper body. The pelvis stays scooping. And come back down. Try to control. If you keep squeezing your inner thighs together, it gives you a lot of support. We have 2 more. Breathe out. Push into the back of the ribs. Come up. Lengthen that upper body, keeping that pelvis slightly rounded still. And then zip that inner thigh together to come back down. Last one. Breathe out. Reach. Breathe in at the top, breathe out, roll. So we did 4. Now we're going to switch legs and do 4 on the other side. So switch the legs. Zip that inner thigh together. Arms go back. If you need to support your head or to use your hands on your legs, you can. To come up, reach, bend that knee a little bit if you need to. Pelvis stays rounded. And then zip the inner thighs together. Even if your knee's bent, if you squeeze the inner thighs, you're going to get a lot of control coming down, okay? So we're doing 4 on the side. Reach, Lengthen at the top, reach the chest and the arms forward. Scoop, slowly down. Squeeze those inner thighs. Arms go back, ribs stay still, and go. Breathe in at the top to reach. Breathe out, slowly down. Good, arms reach back, and last one. And reach, and down. Good. Hug your knees for a second, rock side to side, and we're gonna go into our a little bit harder teasers, okay? So we start off with the knees bent. We did this one last time, and then we're gonna eventually straighten the legs if we feel we can at the top. So let's do about 2 bent knees. You can certainly stay at this one, and you can always stay at the bent knee if you want to. So what we did last time is we swing the arm around to help us with a little bit of momentum, right? So the arm is gonna come up here, you're gonna swing, come up, keep the inner thigh squeezed, the pelvis rounded, and then you're just reaching to the chest and the arms. Breathe out, squeeze that inner thighs, control, arms go back. Now, if you don't need to swing and you want to make it harder, the arms just come straight overhead. Keep that pelvis rounded and reach. Okay, you can keep your arms here, reaching to your toes. Keep that inner thigh squeezing. Come back now, nice and control. All right, now if you want to take it to the next level, when you come up, you can go ahead and try to straighten the legs, but you have to make sure that the pelvis and the low back do stay rounded. And then when you come down, you can either keep the leg straight or you can bend it back in to make it a bit easier for you. If you keep it straight, of course, is more advanced. But then when you come up, you keep it there. Okay, keep that inner thigh as connected as possible. And be careful that when you come up, you're not snatching that low back forward. We don't need to straighten the leg. You can keep it as bent as you need it for your low back to be rounded. Okay, there's a lot of pull of the low back. You don't want your low back to pull. So keep trying it. Maybe 1 or 2 more. So an option is to start with the knees bent. When you roll up, you straighten or not, just go as far as you can with it. And when you roll back down, it bends with you to help you come back. Okay, if you've had enough, hug your knees and rock side to side. Nice, Simone, that looks really good. Nice, Tamara, good. Nice job, ladies, that looks really nice. Never an easy one to do. Do you want to try one more version of this? So the next version of this is you stay up and we do very small leg lowers, okay? So we start from here, come up into your full teaser. If your legs are straight, you're gonna breathe out, lower the legs just a little bit, but making sure that your low back does not arch. Your knee can be bent and you can do it from here. Okay? From here. Wherever you can keep your legs still. But the most important thing is that your back stays slightly rounded and you don't arch it. Okay? And then you roll back down. You can hug. I'm sure you don't want to try that again. No? Okay. All right. So we're going to march the legs back down. Good. And let's go through our roll up. So we're going to go into our roll up and then we're going to try to do our neck pull. So the legs are now going to straighten all the way out. Okay, now these are pretty tight, so we're going to try to keep it open. Remember, the feet are flexed. You can keep your legs together if it doesn't bother your low back. It's better for the connection of the inner thigh and inner body. Otherwise, if it's too tight for you, you can keep it hip width. Arms are going to go up and over. Remember, not too far so your ribs don't pop up. And let's roll up to seated. So we're going to breathe in, head and arm up. Breathe out, press into the rib cage, scoop the abdominals, anchor the sit bone, go up and over, and reach the arms, the head, and neck forward. On the way down, scoop the abdominals, press the legs down. If your inner thighs are together, zip it. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, and slowly control that back into the mat. Let's try a couple more. So breathe in, head, arms up, breathe out, press, scoop, anchor the sit bones, lift the rib cage, scoop the abdominals and reach the arm and the crown of the head. Remember, you're coming up and over a big beach ball, shoulders nice and wide. Breathe in to start rolling back, breathe out, press those legs down and round from the pelvis, from the pelvis, from the pelvis. Nice job. Arm goes up, only as far as ribs don't pop. Keep the arms reaching. And last one. Breathe in, breathe out. Rania, make sure you can round, you can bend your knees, yeah? Lift that rib cage away from the pelvis and reach everything forward with the abdominals reaching back, feet flexed. Good, that's it, Rania. And then just bend the knees if you need some help, remember? Yeah. Otherwise, you can keep it straight. We want the mobility of spine. So let's make this a bit harder and go into our neck pull. Hands are going to come behind the head. Okay, and now we're going to come all the way rounding up with the hands up here. So we're going to scoop round. My back is, and you're going to come all the way forward, scooping and lifting the abdominals. Don't collapse, yeah? Now, stack your spine against the wall, one bone at a time to straighten the back up. And from here, pull the sit bones together and lean back, lengthening the spine behind you. Flat back, until you can't hold it anymore. Scoop the abdominals and come back slowly. Okay? So Rani, you can continue with the roll up if you want. If you want to try to crunch, and it's very difficult to keep the hands back here. Okay? You can bring the hands, try to come up, then bring the hands back to your head when you're ready to. You flex all the way forward. And then you stack the spine back up, shoulders and elbows wide. You lift that spine as high as you can. Lift, pull the sit bones together. And when you roll down, feel free to bend those knees and even support yourself. It's a very difficult exercise, so use what you need for it. And then round down. Good. So let's do one or two more. Breathe out. Today I think I really need that sponge under my low back. Yeah? If the back is really tight, like mine is today, it's really hard to get up without some support. So breathe out. Breathe in to stack. Breathe out, lean. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. And then when you're ready to round, bring that spine down. And last one, breathe out and press. Definitely tight today. Fold forward, scoop and stack. Nice, ladies, that looks good. Watch your shoulder and neck, yeah? It's called neck pull, but you really don't want to pull your neck. Lean, flat back, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Keep lengthening, pressing the legs down. Beautiful, Simone. And then scoop and slowly come down and rest here. Very good. Very nice, ladies. Okay. I'm taking my sponge off. Nice. Okay. Let's come up into our elbows. So come up into your elbows. This is not an easy exercise to do either, but we're going to try to figure it out. Bend the knees in. Press into the elbows to lift the chest. So squeeze your scapulas in the back to lift the chest up. Okay? So we're here. Press into the elbow, lift the chest. Yeah, a little bit more, Simone. More chest up. Yes. All right? Like you're coming into a swan. Now, scoop the abdominal around the pelvis, march one leg. Round the pelvis, march the other leg up. Good. Now, we're going to draw small circles with the knee, and this is going to be a lot of work on your lower abdominals. So you're going to drop the legs to your right, scoop and lift the abdominals as the knees go down, circle down, back over to the other side, and back in, okay? So you're dropping it to one side, you're dropping it forward, but don't lose the shoulder and the neck and the chest. Now, let's switch sides. Drop it to the other side. Scoop the abdominals round forward to the side and back. So your pelvis, the opposite pelvis does come off the ground a bit. Drop to one side, scoop, rotate, and back in. Now, if you want to try it, yeah, this is heavy on the neck, Rania. So if this is too much, do it laying back, down on the ground, okay? Just do it here. Do the circles here with the neck rested on something high. Now, a little bit harder would be with the legs a little bit straighter. You can do this with the legs all the way straight, but let's try it at about, we were at 90, go a little bit wider and drop it to the right. Don't lose the shoulder and the spine and the chest. Scoop the abdominal, circle, come back to center, switch direction. Keep your inner thighs together, keep scooping, drop it to the other side, come back. Now, if you have the flexibility to go even a little straighter, try it. Okay, but don't compromise your low back. Try it from the right to left. Press into the elbow each time. Lift the chest up. Look up. Don't lose the low back. Good. Oh, I lost you guys for a second. Last one. I don't know if you have one more. Make it even on both sides. And then roll down. Relax your head. Hug your knees and rock side to side. Okay, I can see you guys now. Very nice. Okay. All right, so from here, we're gonna go into our rollovers, okay? So that worked this part a little bit to help us. What we did last time to warm up was, we did these, right? And then we tried with the straighter leg to go a little higher, and then we rolled over. So let's start with that again. We're gonna keep the knees bent, and then we're gonna try to use the abdominals to roll the pelvis off the ground. Watch this. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, reach the arms long, press the scapulas on the mat, okay? So be careful not to lift your shoulders. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but the image is frozen. Okay, you guys can see me. Okay, so let's try to do 3 of those knee lifts. So you're gonna scoop the abdominals, try to lift the pelvis. Try not to kick the leg and try to use your lower abdominals from the pubic bone lifting up to roll the pelvis off the ground. And to bring the knees towards your shoulders. Watch your shoulders, yeah? Good. So you can stay here if you want. Otherwise, let's try to straighten the legs a bit more. Either here or all the way. All depends on the flexibility today. So breathing out, same thing. Let's try to reach those legs to the ceiling, roll down, control. Yeah? So don't let the back smash back down. Breathe out, control, 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 control. The slower you can go down, the better. Good. Last one. Right. So if it's affecting your neck and shoulders, you can be here doing double leg toe taps or single leg and work the lower abdominals from here. That won't stress your neck. Okay? Now, let's try to do that rollover all the way. Remember that when we do inversions, you have to make sure you have no neck or shoulder issues and no disc issues. So if you're okay with that, make sure you're only gonna roll to the top of your shoulders and not to your neck. So now you're gonna breathe out, scoop the abdominals, and roll the legs parallel to the ground. Then you're gonna breathe out, roll back down. And then I'm gonna add a little choreography to this. So try to do one more. Breathe out, scoop, reach, breathe in at the top, breathe out, scoop, and come back down. Nice job. So your arms are going to be working hard, okay? And Rania, yeah, you can stay there doing single leg, double leg, rest again, and then you can switch. For the rest of us, you're going to roll over. You're going to open your legs and flex your feet, roll down with the legs open. At the bottom, you're going to point and close the legs back in, okay? So it looks like this. You're going to roll over, Open the leg shoulder width and flex your feet. You're going to roll down with the legs open. At the bottom, we go back to starting position, close and point, and then roll over, legs together at the top, open, flex, roll down with the legs open. At the bottom, you don't have to lower like me, just bring it together and close, okay? So let's try to do 2 to 3, one direction, and then we'll switch. I think Tamara already started. Good, so with the legs either straight or slightly bent, let's go. Try not to look at me when you're doing this, your head should be completely straight. So breathe out, roll over. Open your legs, shoulders width, flex your feet, roll down controlled, and then together with the legs and point. Good, and then again, roll over. Open the legs, shoulder width, flex your feet, scoop the abdominals, roll down control, bring your legs together, toes in. You can do one more if you want. How are we doing? If you're tired, we're gonna reverse it. So you're gonna keep your leg open, flex, roll over with the leg open. Point your toes, bring the legs together, roll down with the legs together. At the bottom, you open, flex again. Come up with the legs open, roll over with the legs open. At the top, close and point, and come down with the legs closed and pointed. Okay, and hug your knees and rock side to side. Nice work. Okay, just keep your head down for a second. All right, so let's go into a little bit of planks. So from here, let's just roll into our belly. Okay, and you can come already into your knees and arms. There's really not much transition there at this point. All right, and we're gonna do that leg up that we did before. So spread your fingers on your mat, press the tips of the fingers and pull a little bit, index and thumbs really working hard, trying to lift the palm of the hand from the mat, but just keeping the knuckles on the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. You're gonna slide one leg back, adjust the pelvis, and we're gonna kick up twice. And then you're gonna bring it back in, and we're gonna take the other leg. Keep the stability of the upper body. Reach, adjust pelvis, then kick, kick. I have a lot of movement on the side. And down, one more to each side. Reach, kick, kick, bring it back. And then reach for, and kick, kick, bring it back. Good, stretch back. So if you need to roll the hands in, just a quick warm up. And we're gonna go into the full plank, okay? So you can stay at 4 here. You can take your legs back and be in a more planky position if you wanna work it a little bit more, or you can come into a full plank, okay? Shoulders down, press it to the ground, round the scapula around the ribs, lengthen the spine, lengthen the tailbone. Now, point one of the legs and then reach, pulse, bring it down. Breathe in to reach, breathe out, bring it down. Now, if you want to make it harder, the bottom leg is going to push back as you pulse and down. The heel of the leg that's down presses back, and down. Pulse up and pulse the heel away and down. So the bottom leg is reaching the heel back as that top leg is pulsing. Let's do one more to each side. And bring the knees down, stretch back. Bring your palms to the ceiling, roll the hands in. Good. And roll yourself up and face forward. Okay, I'm gonna adjust my camera for this a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna come up. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's bring your right leg out. okay? So we're gonna bring leg out. Nice. This leg is bent. If anybody has knee issues, put towels, put anything under this knee, okay? This is out, pelvis is square to me. Good, arms to the side. And just reach the body away. Bring one arm as if it's coming to the floor and the other one up overhead. If you can not touch the floor, don't. Just bring the arm in and then come back over. Woo, my glutes cramped. Okay, if you feel like you need to touch the floor, go ahead. If not, just keep reaching away and then come back up. Okay, so you're going to be doing a lot of core here. Lift the abdominals and pubic bone up, tailbone down, and let's do good. 3 more. Breathe in, reach. Now, last 2, if you want to make it harder, as you go to the side, both hands reach. And then you come back. And again, keep the connection of the ribs with the pelvis. Reach. And come back. I can't see you guys. It stopped moving. Okay. Now, so we've done about 5. Arms are now going to come straight down. This time the arm is going to touch. Okay? And we're going to do that side legs that we did last time. So if this is too much for anybody, do it later. So your other option is being here. All right, for the rest of us, we're going to do side leg lifts here. So stabilize. I need your pelvis and your ribs to be in one line. Make sure you're not shifted anywhere else. You can put something under you to elevate a little bit more if you don't have the flexibility here. Okay, blocks, books. Leg comes up and down. So keep this connection and let's go. 1 and down. Good. 2 and down. Excellent. 3. Keep the body in one line. 4. Try to keep your hand, your knee, and the other foot aligned. 5. 6. Your hand can come on your head. 8. 9. Watch your shoulder stability on this arm. 10. Stay up. Little circles. 5. Forward, up, back. 4. 3. 2. Stay long through the body. 1. Let's reverse it. Back up and forward. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Bring your leg in. And push yourself up. Roll that hand, roll the shoulder. Nice work. Okay, so we're gonna do the side bending to the opposite side. So now this leg comes back out. For those of you on the ground, come back up. Scoop the abdominal length and the tailbone. Arm to side. So we did about 5. The first few, we just kept going long, long. When we can't go anymore, we bring this arm in and the other one goes overhead. And then you stay long to come back. Let me go a little bit further back, yeah? So body in alignment, pelvis squared. Go as far and as long as you can. Don't shorten it. It's about going away from the body. Pull. Okay, so if you find that, oh, this is pretty easy, you can touch to help you, or both arms go overhead and you come back. Nice. Tuck your pelvis in, okay? Use your butt to keep your pelvis forward. Try not to stick your butt out. Good, that's about 5. So we're gonna go straight down to the floor. Keep this butt pushing the pelvis forward so the butt doesn't stick out. So now we're gonna go all the way to the floor when you finish your 5, and that leg is gonna lift. For those of you who are going to the floor, go ahead and go. Push your ribs in, push your pelvis forward, and let's go up and down. 1. 2, give me scapulas, pulling shoulders down. 3. 4. Nice. 5. Watch your shoulders. 6. 7. 8. 9. Open up the shoulders. 10. Stay up. Small circles. Forward, up, and back. 2. 3. Keep your ribs in. Keep your butt forward. 4. 5. Reverse it. Back, up, and forward. 3. 4. 5. Good. Bring that leg in. Push and come up. Roll the shoulders. Oh, heavy duty stuff. So we're going to come back to this side. Okay. We're going to do a set of leg kicks, and then we're going to go into a side plank. So you can either stay on the arm or come down on the elbow. You can do elbow, Rania, right? Can you do elbow plank? Okay, so I'll show you both. So let's go back out to the side. Let's do the same thing we were doing. So lift, lift, lift. Keep reaching, 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 reaching. Try not to collapse. Hand comes down, leg goes up. Flex the foot and kick forward twice. Point that leg and send it back. So here's what it looks like. Breathe in, breathe out. Try not to move the pelvis too much. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that core working. 6. Good. Let's bring the leg down. I think that's a lot on your wrists. Leg goes down. Now, the side plank. You can be here with the knee down, away. You can hook the leg, or you can come down on your elbow and do it from the elbow, either here or here. And what we're going to do is going to rotate down and up. Okay? So whatever plank is affordable to you today, so you can just hook and you can go. Reach, rotate, keeping the pelvis still. You're going to open the chest back and rotate. My socks are gliding. I'm going to try this mat. There we go. And rotate. Breathe in up. Breathe out. So that's, I'm going to count as 3, 4. Let's try to do 2 more to 6, 5, and 6. Bring your knee down. Let's come up the way we went down. Bring the knee in. And roll the wrist, roll the shoulders. I don't know if you're sweating, but I am sweating. All right. So another 6 leg kicks to the side, and then the side plank twist. Okay? So leg comes out. I'm going to already put on my sticky mat here. Reach, 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 reach. All the way to the ground until the leg lifts. Hand behind your head or wherever you want. Pull the ribs, push the pelvis forward, flex the foot, kick forward twice. Point, reach back without arching the back. Keep the abdominal lifted. Go 2, 3, 4. You're still squeezing this bottom butt so the pelvis stays forward. 5. Lift that leg up. 6. Bring it down. Find your plank position. Elbow, knee, no knee. Hook the leg. Whatever you want. Arm to ceiling. Let's twist. Breathe out. Keep the pelvis facing forward. Just rotate the upper body. Breathe in. Open the chest up. Look up. Look down. Twist down. Breathe in. Open and look up. Follow your hand. 3. I have my feet hooked. You can definitely have it stacked if you want. It's much harder. 4. Watch your shoulder and scapula. Keep pushing into the hand on the floor. And this is 6. Maybe it's more than 6. Knee comes down. Adjust. Oh, core helps you up, bring that knee in and bring the arm in, roll the shoulders, roll the hands. Oh, that was really intense. How are we doing? Stretch your hands, wrists. Very nice, everybody. You guys did a great job. All right, so let's lay back down. And let's try to do those roll-ups again, rollovers. This time we're going to try to do what's called the jackknife. This is one of the hardest abdominal exercises. So we're going to go ahead and do the rollover again, but this time we're going to try to lift the leg to the ceiling and roll down with the legs as straight to the ceiling as we can. So it looks something like this. Then we lift the legs and you roll down, keeping the legs coming forward as it comes down. Okay? So the idea is when you start rolling down, you don't drop the leg. So you lift. When you roll down, the leg doesn't drop back down. It goes forward all the time with you. Okay? So Rania, this is pretty heavy on your neck, I think, right? So if you want to, just do this leg lower, crunching up. This leg lower that we usually do. With the knees bent is fine as well. Okay? So if you can roll over, this is an option as well. And if you want to keep your head down, that's fine. Just bend the knee and do the leg lowers here. So for the rest of you, roll over. Yes. Push your butt forward and your leg lifts to the ceiling and then you roll down slow. Your leg doesn't need to be straight. Yeah? So we roll over. Your pelvis pushes forward, so you lift the leg up, and then you try to keep the legs moving forward as the pelvis rolls down. Yeah, so your legs are constantly moving forward. It doesn't move back as the pelvis moves down. So you try to keep the whole thing in one shape. Try it. Let me see you. So we roll over. Nice. Now, push your pelvis towards your face as you straighten the leg up. Yes, Simone. Good. That's it. Let me see, Tamara. Is your neck okay for this? All right, let me see you. Lift, push your pelvis forward to lift that leg and slowly down. Use your hands on the mat to give you support. Good, Tamara. Nice. Good, Rania. Just keep doing those leg lowers. Watch your low back. Down and up again. Down slowly. So Rania, don't throw your legs. Rania, try to do about 5 breaths down. Look, Rania. 5 breaths down. And then come up slowly. You're throwing it and pulling it back. So the idea is try to imprint as your legs go down and slowly up. The slower you move, the harder it is. All right, jackknife, ladies, you can hug your knees because that's quite a lot of work. Yeah, do one more. Nice, Simone. That's it. That's it. Lift, 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 lift. And then slowly you control it down. So your upper body is doing a lot of work. You're going to feel triceps tomorrow. Nice work, though. That was great. And rock side to side here. Beautiful work. All right. So the next exercise is a little bit advanced. For those of you who have a ball, a small ball or a roller, for you, Rania, if you have a ball or a roller to put under the pelvis, that would be great. Whichever one you have, even a pillow is fine. Tamara and Simone, this is called a shoulder bridge. It's not a shoulder bridge. We're going to do scissors and bicycle. I'll show you what it is. You can do it the way I'm going to show you. If it's too much, you can either do the ball or the roller under the pelvis to do it. Okay? So basically, you go into the rollover again, and we're going to use our hands to support the pelvis. So you're going to roll over. Now your hands are going to come here. Okay? So the fingers at the back of the hand is supporting your pelvis. From here, we're going to take the legs up, and you're going to try to keep your pelvis not leaning into the hand, but leaning away
with just a little bit of support of the hand. And then we're gonna scissor the legs here. Reach one leg away, one forward, away, forward. Your weight is on your shoulder, not your neck. So we're just gonna scissor and scissor. Then you're gonna keep the legs here, the hands go down, and we roll back down. Okay, so try to keep your weight on the shoulder. That's it, Simone. Now, lift your legs as high as you can, and then scissor one leg as far forward as you can without dropping the pelvis, and the other one as far back, like you're trying to do the splits. So the leg that goes forward is working harder. Good. So, Rania, the ball goes under your pelvis, so it needs to go a little lower. Under the pelvis. Good. Lift both legs to the ceiling. Keep your hands on the ground to give you support. Now, chest and ribs down a little bit. It looks like you're arching a little bit. Good. And all I need you to do here is to scissor the legs. So use your hands to support. Scissors and scissors. Okay? If you want to work your core hard, then use less hands and balance that pelvis over that ball. How are we doing over there with the scissors? Yeah. So when you're done here, lower the legs, release the hands, and slowly roll down. Good job. So you're trying not to feel the weight of your body on your hands. You're trying to keep your core pulling the pelvis away from the hand and then trying to do the scissors. That's the trick. It's actually really difficult. If you're just supporting it with the hand, you're going to feel your wrist quite a bit. Yeah? Were you okay with that? You guys are okay? All right. Do you want to try one more, or your wrist had enough? One more? Okay, so the next one we're going to do is bicycle. You're going to go up and over, hands go here. Again, don't let your pelvis fall into the hands. Lift away. So you're barely using the hand. Pull the shoulders away from your ears and lengthen the neck. Now, scissor the legs and bicycle. So pedal one leg in and reach like you're pedaling a huge bike. The whole time you're doing it, test that you can take your hand away and bring it back to support you a little bit. Can you pull the hand away? Then you're using your core. So do about 6 of these. Reach, 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 pedal, reach, and then reverse it. Bend, push, reverse the bike. Reverse it. Now, can you pull the pelvis away from the hands a little more? And 6, and then take the legs back, relax the hands, and roll back down. Hug your knees and rock side to side. Great work, ladies. That's super hard. Nice work. Nice work. Good. All right, let's march the legs down and let's finish all of this with our swan. So we're gonna go change the body into a different direction. And what we're gonna add to our swans today, so we went pretty high last time, is we're gonna try to go into a swan dive. So, Rania, you're gonna stick to our baby swans probably, yeah? And if you wanna use that ball under your chest, it's really nice to use the ball here as well. So let's warm up by doing our baby swan. And then let's bring the hands closer and go into a bigger swan like we did last time. And then I'll show you what we're gonna do with the swan dive. So heads and hands aligned, forearms down, pull the shoulders and scapulas down, legs hip width apart, lift your abdominals, lengthen the tailbone, tuck your chin, lengthen the crown of the head. On the breath out, scoop that belly in, shift the chest forward and up, and lift that chest. Keep reaching it forward and keep reaching the tailbone back and lifting the abdominal. And then come down nice and slow. So let's do 2 or 3 to warm up the back. And if you want to make sure you're using your back muscles, remember to lift the hand off the ground. And then you can bring it back down as you come down. Nice. All right, now, if you want to go a little deeper, let's bring that hand a little bit further back. So now your forearm is off the ground and your hand is at about shoulder height. Pull the shoulders and scapulas down, lift the abdominals, keep the tailbone lengthening, push, and come back down and start trying to go a little higher each time. Keep the abdominals engaged, keep that tailbone lengthened, push, and come back down. One or two more. Good. So I'm going to give you an option if you guys want to do swan dive. I think some of Simone, you've done this with me. Swan dive is basically going up high, letting go of your hand and allow your body to rock. Now what happens is once you go into your swan, once you release the hand to rock forward, it's going to be your leg and your glutes that are going to lift your legs up, but you have to make sure your head stays up so you don't smash it on the ground. So here, you're going to keep the activation of the whole back of the body. You can just let go of the hand next to you, lift the legs, and then use your back to come back up. So keep your abdominals engaged, kick the legs up, and then use your back to come back. So you have to use momentum. Try not to bend the knee. You're just really reaching that leg up. Good. Nice, Tamara. Good. Make sure your head stays up. Nice, Simone. That's it. Now try to kick those legs up a little bit more, Simone, and don't let your head come down. Keep your head even higher. Good. Nice, Tamara. Let go and kick the legs up. Use your back to come back. That's it. Let go, kick the butt of the legs up. Use your back to push you back. So try to lift your chest up with your back muscles and then catch yourself with your hands. Yeah. Good. Nice, nice, nice. That's it. Good. Nice, Tamara. There you go. Beautiful, ladies. Whenever you've had enough, you can rest down. That's really good. It's a lot of work. It's beautiful. Yeah. So eventually, when you also do this, so now we're releasing the hands next to us. Okay? But you can start releasing the hands forward as well. Then you really need to, you need to control a little bit more. But that was really good. If you want to try one or two more, you can. Otherwise, stretchy, stretchy. Toes together, knees apart. So here, stay up here. Push, push, push your sit bones. So you feel that stretch here, push. And then you can come down. You may also grab your heels here and pull. So you can, oh, I just cracked my back. Pull yourself and reach that spine to the ceiling. Relax your forehead on the ground. Nice. If you need to bring your arms forward and stretch your chest also, bring your arms forward. Now you can walk the arms forward and the butt to ceiling and press your chest down. If you need more of a deeper chest stretch. And then from here, I think we probably need a little hip stretch. That was pretty intense. You can bring one leg forward into our pigeon stretch. Reach the other leg back. If you prefer, you can lay on your back and do the number 4 stretch. And you can just do 5 breaths here, then switch. Flex your foot of the leg that's in front of you to protect your knee a little bit.
Nice. And then let's switch sides. So come up, swing the back leg forward, swing this leg back. Nice. Adjust, flex the front foot, or if you're laying on the back, just switch legs. Reach the straight leg back so you get that nice opening of the hip flexor as well. And use your breaths to relax down. 5 breaths. Simone, if it's too tight, you can always put a pillow or something under the tight hip to support you. So your left leg, if you need to put something under your left pelvis, you can. Nice. And pull that leg back in when you're ready. I'm going to stop the recording. Great job.